In this video, I'll show you how to measure the compression of the piston system in a car using this compression gauge. The engine of my car started to misfire, so the first thing I need to do is check the spark and ensure there's good compression in the cylinders. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. There are compression gauges for both diesel and gasoline engines. My Fertmo Intertool compression gauge is for gasoline engines. It costs about 400 hryvnias, not much. But it's a very useful item to have in your household. My car is a Slavuta, but the principle of measuring compression is the same for all cars. Now let's see what comes in the kit of this brand's compression gauge. Here is the detailed user manual. In Ukrainian and Russian, the compression gauge itself, and two adapters for measuring the compression of various engines depending on the diameter of the spark plug. The compression gauge has a scale marked in 2 units of measurement. These are bars and kilopascals. There's also a pressure release button after the check. And you remove a hose, like this, just like on regular compressors. First of all, you need to access the spark plugs on the engine. For that, I need to remove the air filter. Here, all the spark plugs are now accessible. Then you need to unscrew the spark plug from one of the cylinders. You don't need to remove spark plugs so that there isn't any load on the ignition coil or the distributor. Plug dry carbon, remove hose. But it has a little bit of carbon buildup. Then we disconnect the hose from the compression gauge for easier attachment, and we screw in this adapter in place of the spark plug. After that, you need to disconnect the fuel pump by removing the fuse or relay. My relay is located in the engine compartment and is positioned right here on the side. I'm taking it out, and now the fuel pump won't start. Now we connect the pressure gauge to the compression gauge hose. And we'll crank the starter a few times. What do you see the pressure in the cylinder at? It's currently at 7 atmospheres, but it should be at least 8. Now let's warm up the engine and check how the compression in this cylinder changes. The engine has warmed up to operating temperature, and let's check the compression. One more time. We reset the pressure readings. Connect it one more time. As you can see, the pressure has risen to 8 atmospheres, which is normal. So, let's do this with all the cylinders. The compression is much higher now, almost 10 atmospheres. In the third cylinder, it's 9 atmospheres, which is also normal. In the fourth cylinder, it's also 9 atmospheres, which is normal. Thus, the test showed that the lowest compression pressure was in the first cylinder. But it's not critical yet. We'll drive it more, and I will be looking for the problem in another breakdown. The compression is all good.